Right. Now that we've finished the exercises, I want to take things a couple steps further. There's a few other options that we didn't get a look at concerning the pen tool, and I want to show you how to get to them. Now, if you go to your tools over here, you'll notice that some of these icons have a little tiny triangle at the bottom right, and what that means is that there are hidden tools underneath. So if we look at the pen tool, there's three other tools underneath it: the add anchor point tool, the delete anchor point tool, and the anchor point tool. Let's try some of these. So first thing, the add anchor point tool. Let's say you drew your object here and you realize that, oh, you know what, I need another angle in here. Well, you can use this add anchor point tool to click in the middle, and then with your direct selection tool you can actually grab that and you can make another angle on it. Okay, let's say you do that on accident and there's too many. Well, it's the same thing with the delete anchor point tool. I can actually just hover over that point and delete. Um, Another example would be here, right? Okay, and then the last one is the anchor point tool. And what this allows me to do is to go over an anchor, and I can actually change the way the positions of the handles. The next thing we're going to look at is the curvature tool. Now it kind of looks like the pen tool, um, but the icon's a little bit different. It has this little curvy line right there. And I would say that they're closely related. Maybe they're siblings, but they work a little bit differently. So the curvature tool, same thing, you start with a point, but this time as you move, you click and you make another point, um, you just click and drag, and the rubber band feature kind of makes a perfect curve for you. I'm going to click again, make another curve. So this is really good for making things like guitars and vases and things like that. Anything that's really curvy. Um, Let me just see what we can do here. I suppose we can make a lot of different things. I don't know exactly what we'll make, but maybe just a random shape. But anytime you need a really smooth curve and you want to be able to control it, you can use the curvature tool. Kind of has this kind of 70s vibe to it. Maybe a camouflage type of vibe. You could do a lot of fun things. You just have to kind of explore. That's the curvature. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how to trace a logo from a sketch. I did a little sketch earlier today and it's pretty rough, but I think it'll do the trick. I'm going to go ahead and go File, Place, and it's on the desktop. It's at Eagle, and I'm going to go Place, and it allows me to put it right on the document here. Now, what I want to do with this is I want to lock it so when I draw over it, it won't move. And I'm going to go Object, Lock, Selection, or you can see it's Command 2. And so what that does is it makes it so I can't grab it, I can't move it around. So let's go get the pen tool. And what's kind of neat about symmetrical items is that you really only have to draw half of it, and then you can flip it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I like to get up kind of close here. And I kind of have to ad-lib it a little bit because the sketch is so rough, but that's okay. I'm just making decisions as I go along here as to what I think would look the best. I didn't like that, so I undid it. There we go. Try to follow the exact curve from above. Should get me a rough version that I could use as a comp if I needed to show someone the idea. And then I can tweak it kind of after I get it close enough to what I really want. Using a lot of the same techniques we just learned. Okay, let's flip it to black. You can come over here to the colors, and you see there's this little, these two little arrows. It's for swap, fill, and stroke. And I'm gonna remove the stroke. Okay, so what I can do now is I can flip this. I'm gonna show you another tool. Over here under the rotate tool is a reflect tool. And if you double click that, you can hit the preview button here and see what it'll look like when it flips. But I don't hit OK, I hit copy. So I have an exact replica put on the other side. So pretty quickly, kind of have an idea of what we're looking at here. Just kind of get a general idea of what this could look like. I can tweak all this afterwards. So that's a good start. We can touch this up, make it look a little better. I'm gonna use my white arrow to kind of move things around. I don't really like that stroke on there being so harsh. So that might be something we'll have to come check out later. We'll do something like this. I like that better. Now we can come back in and add white where we need to. But for now, that's a strong little concept. Let's work on this tail a little bit here. I'm just using the arrow keys. I'll select an anchor point and I'll use the arrow keys to just push it to the side. So it's not perfect, but it's good for a little quick look at it. And as we move along, we'll look at how to line things up properly and how to make sure everything is perfect.